Welcome everybody back to another episode of my Minecraft Xbox 360 CTM map building. This is part 16 and I have not recorded in a while, probably since the last episode of the building to be fair. I've really not had a lot of time. I've been spending a lot of time building on here and it's kind of not freed up enough time to do all the things. I do apologise for that, but hopefully with the new bug fix coming in a couple of weeks, now that it is insert testing at Microsoft, we can get back into playing Siege and all that lot, and every other series that we do as well. But this is the CTM map building, and we want to kind of get into what we've got to show you today, guys. So, I have a couple things first of all to show you. As you can tell, here is the map at the start of the episode. We are looking at the monument here. So we'll kind of see what we've done. You'll notice brown wool has been removed because it's finished. It just needs a complete bedrock. Black wool, actually, I spent a lot of time trying to do black wool because I had the idea for it. It's nearly there. I'll probably show you most of the progress on it. It did take us a lot of time, so these two haven't really been started. And we also have an intersection to show you, which you can kind of roughly work out where it is, but if you can't, never mind. So, we were going to fly over to intersection 4, which is over here. You've probably seen all the mine shaft before, and my fly is really bugging me today because it keeps failing, and it's driving me stupid. So every time that I seem to want to get into an area, I always find myself just getting through like that. So we've seen all this before. This is intersection 4 with the villagers and the chests and stuff. I wonder if this stuff's in there still. It is. Okay, so somebody can actually playtest from here. That is good. So this is where we are on the map at this point, and we want to kind of head this way into this wool here. Now this is going to be a little dark for you guys to start with, but don't worry. I want to kind of give you the ambient lighting effect, excuse me, that we've got in it. And I will eventually just put the night vision potion on and run back through it afterwards. But here is no name at the moment because it still hasn't got a name. And here it is. I kind of put mobs on. In fact, I'm going to do that. I don't think you guys will be able to see otherwise. So, the day is actually locked at the moment. Hang on. Yep, daylight cycle is locked on sunlight, so we can kind of maximize natural spawns inside areas. But there are a couple of caves that overlap each other, ending up with dark spots occasionally. So, we saw all this last time. So, you saw all of this and into there last time. There's some nice lighting effects here. And there was one. Oh, it's above my head. In this little cave here as well. Just to give some nice effects. This is another area over here. It's going to have some chests in and some spawners. But that's where the loot's going to be, from in there. And there's also going to be a lot of it down there. So you can tell there's a couple skeletons, a couple zombies. That's a baby zombie down there. But let's go into the stuff that's actually changed. Now you can tell I've been spending a long time in here just off the fact of what I'm getting spawning. So you'll notice, first of all, you'll notice when we go in here, I don't want you to see the horrible roof on this thing because this has good lighting. So you'll notice as we go in, we have now obviously a dark roof on it. I couldn't really think of a better way to do it, so I kind of just made a flat, smooth stone roof. But we don't mind, it was kind of the easiest thing to do at the time. So there's lots of little caves connecting into the mine shaft. There's one there. The mine shaft is there as well. It cuts under there. And this thing's pretty expansive now. So there's lots of detail in this, which I like. And I've noticed that mobs still actually attack you, even though you're in creative mode. So we've got to be careful of that. So you'll notice around here, there's a nice spawner with like burning stuff, but our fire spread is off, so it won't actually burn. It'll just stay like this. So when the player gets to it, it looks good. And it kind of keeps expanding all over the place, but I won't spoil too much of it. It goes off that way as well. But let's get back out of here. So I go here and down here. There we go. So this is the first ravine. There's also the monster spawner here, which we showed off last time as well. There's some nice lava and water effects. This kind of turned out pretty well. I poured the lava first, and then when the water went next to it, it didn't make cobblestone, which is really odd, but I like it. I like it a lot. And I just love that effect that it gives. If you stand at one side, you can't fully see the far side. That's just probably one of the most important things that I've tried to do for this area. So there's also a cave connecting straight off of here, so it comes round. And you'll see the second ravine cutting straight through like we said there was going to be. And obviously that little bit of cave. We actually built the cave first all the way and then took it back out again as we built the second ravine. So the ravine now connects here. You can kind of run down it or you can run along the sides, whichever your preference is. There's some lava with some obsidian and water. Look, trying to get in the natural ideas of how ravines look properly, even though it's made of cobblestone. Yeah, so there's more lava, and you can see the frame rate drops for some reason. I don't know what it is in this update, but every game that I play on, frame rate drops. Now, the big room, this is the giant room over here, which you can see on the map, is absolutely massive. So we had to come up with a backstory of why we were filling it with jungle. because, well, basically this map's based on, like, a survival. Like, you've gone underground at the start of the map, and the intersections are the only areas in the world that haven't been covered in death and destruction. That's kind of that sort of idea we were going with. So, obviously, if you're trapped underground, you need oxygen. When the world burnt up, underground oxygen factories were built, such as this one in here. It's a shame monsters breathe too. It's kind of being a bit sarcastic on the end there, but I like it. I like it a lot. So, as it comes through here, first of all, there's a bridge. And there's all this lighting effects. You can see this. There are areas are lit up there, but you can't see how it's lit up. There's one over there, and obviously it lights up on the far side as well. But the fog that you can see coming across my screen kind of blends in as well. So if we kind of jump on the edge, you can see like a full-blown forest down there. Yeah. And there's also a jungle temple over there. We'll get to that in a second. Oh, I thought I'd fallen down then for a second. We might have go past. So this is going to be covered in ghast, blaze spawners, cave spiders. You could jump to that bridge down there, but you might miss some stuff. So if players want to just kind of skip down to there, because the dungeons do actually connect to the lower bridges, so if you want to skip that. Oh, and blazing cave spiders might be ahead as well. Just kind of a warning, but yeah, I don't really want to show you where the wool is, because I want you to figure that out for yourself, because we've kind of hidden it a little bit. So it comes through the dungeon on this side. You'll probably figure out which bridge we're actually going to connect to, which side of it anyway. So it goes up some stairs here, into a room, and then comes into one of these giant rooms. Bet you've missed these. And they're going to have spawners in the walls. Here, 1, 2, and 3, and then it keeps going down even more. Let's kind of skip this a bit. You'll notice there is an entrance there, and what should have been an entrance there, but is not. It's kind of been filled in a bit. Yeah. So, actually, if you guys are watching this and you want to get spoiled, here's a spoiler warning. So if I press this button, and then, yeah, that'll open up a pathway somewhere else. And it should lead you to the wall. But you've got to find that pathway for yourself. Here's another room. And takes us on to the lower bridge. Baby zombie, where is it? Oh, it's there. Holding a shovel. Haha, is he going to mine the gravel up? So then as it comes out of here, this is pretty dark. It gets a bit brighter now. There's actually torches hidden underneath to kind of light it up. I thought that was pretty clever at the time. In fact, at this point, you've seen enough lighting effects. Let me brighten it up for you guys. So it runs across. It's the same again. More bridges. And then it ends up in here. And then, the freshwater pipes, you know, because surface water, this is where it comes from. There's actually a sort of like a lake up here that we built, so you can kind of get water from up there. It also comes out of there. And then obviously you just go down, drop down, there you go. Which takes you into a water pipe, which you can then kind of swim out safely down to the bottom of the forest. Now, this is not going to be completely safe, and eventually we will kind of sort out this, because it's all mossy cobble at the moment, but this is actually a recreation of a jungle temple, if you didn't figure that out already. It's a 1-to-1 scaling. We copied just a tutorial. It's pretty sweet. But this thing expands quite a ways. That entire bottom floor, there's going to be some stuff hidden around here. So as we go into here, now I kind of want to give away the secrets to this, but there's an entrance here, there's stuff there. So you go down. Now I only figured out when building this how actually to open the trap on this. So to activate it, you press this one. This is how it works. This one, then this one. You hear the piston move then. Then you press this one again. And then this one. And then as you go up again, you'll notice there's a hole. Oh, I did it wrong, didn't I? I shouldn't have put that one back up again. Wait, I'm confused what I've done now. So, yeah, I forgot. We kind of reset it there. So we press that and then we press that. And then it kind of moves it. It should move it across anyway, but it didn't that time. So we got the chest there, which is going to have stuff in it eventually. But you'll also notice that the chest wasn't in the same place as another one. So, that's because the dungeon's slightly different. That still fires there. And that one still fires there. Still got the chest in it, just in case you guys want to put some loot in it. I might put some in myself. I don't know yet. But, to get to intersection 5, you will have noticed we didn't mention where that was. Now, that's kind of obvious when you figure about it. There's a lever here, which nobody seems to ever use. Let's just press it. Whoa. Secret tunnel. That shouldn't be there. That should be a half slab. I will fix that at some point. So it follows through. There's bats everywhere when I'm building this thing. And this just takes you to... the intersection. Yay. Intersection 5. Yay. Woo. This is the final intersection for the map. You can see where we are here. You can see how much of black wool has been built then. Plus, there's been a lot of work done on the actual end itself, because that is actually black wool as well. So, I might as well keep going, because there's not much to see here. There's a lava lake, which isn't too far deep. It's like 1 deep, so... yeah. Green red, black. Black is actually got a name. It is called the End Rising. So it comes through here, and then you'll hear this. This is just kind of to set you up. Kind of makes you feel paranoid. And there's a lava drop here, so you can kind of see into the next room. I'm going to have to do this because it's really dark. It's all made of obsidian at the moment. Eventually, it'll be all like the far end. We don't want it looking like this. So it'll be obsidian everywhere. We want it to kind of finish off looking like this with the bedrock, excuse me, blended into it, because that looks good. And I saw another map that looked like that, so I've kind of blended it into the wall here already because it was inside my tunnel here. You'll notice it's on the back there. But yeah, there's quite a lot of mobs spawning in here already, and that's without putting spawners in it. Look at that, that's ridiculous. So the idea for in here is to fill it with endermen, silverfish, cave spiders, creepers, skeletons, and pretty much everything I can throw at you, and vertical creepers as well. I've put in this list here. So creepers, obviously normal creeper spawners, but vertical creepers, there'll be a creeper drop in the roof somewhere, which will drop creepers on your head. There's also these vertical blaze spawners, which I'm putting in, which will go down here. There's going to be 6 spawners in each one. They'll probably spawn outside of each other. I just want blaze to spawn on top of it, so that the blaze will fly up and protect the entranceway. That's 6 plus, that's 12 blaze spawners, which are going to be right in your face. But at this point, you're in diamond armor. I've got to make this difficult for you now, because basically in red wool, you get diamonds for days, basically. So, yeah. So this leads you into what is, at the moment, a fully stone brick stronghold. Eventually, I'll mix in the mossy and all the good stuff like that, the cracked as well, to make it look more aesthetical. But the functional aspect of it is done. But it is pitch black. Let me just show you this. It's pitch black. Yeah, it's not good. So you can kind of fly through this thing if you want. It's a very complicated stronghold. I'm going to see if I can remember which way to go. I'm actually going to bust through some walls. Because then we'll go this way. You kind of mix. I'm going to try and mix you up a bit. So then you can go like this. Oh, no. We'll go this way again. We'll go up here. Oh, we're going up here now. And there's the end portal. So here's our end portal. And obviously here's the track for the credits as well. So you can go into the end and prepare for a huge lag spike. I'm going to actually have to put my head down. You probably saw a little bit of a spoiler what's been going on. There's actually some bats in here. Oh my goodness me, that's laggy. So basically, I've used the Operize LP mod tool to remove the chunks we didn't need. So we can add in islands with these little portal things on. Afterwards, there's also a hell of a lot of endermen spawning in bulk. Look at this. There's a whole lot of endermen. There's a lot there. There's a lot down here on this island. I kept this one in. And there's the spawn place. There's a little bit more of work to do to get rid of the last bits of endstone, so we can put, excuse me, islands on. And then eventually I'll put the islands with the ender dragon spawners on as well. I'm not sure I'm going to put a wither in here yet. I'm still debating that. And my frames seems to hate the end at the moment with mobs on. So I'm just glad that I don't have to stay in the end forever. But yeah, that is everything for this update, guys. There wasn't too much to show you. It's been not a long time since the previous update, and my home bed was missing or obstructed. So yeah, we can take a quick overview if you wanted to see of the full extent of the stronghold. You can probably see it on the map. So let's quickly fly over there. I'm going to wait till it loads in. There it is. There's the stronghold. This is how complicated the stronghold is. It's all of this, all of this, all of this. Yeah. And then there's the obsidian room that's going to be full of stuff that I'm just going to try and throw at you to stop you getting into the stronghold, which is quite complicated. Well, Blackwall, we didn't really want to make it too extensive in the overworld because you're going to spend most of your time pillaring from island to island in the end, which, by the way, the end portal is right over here on the tracks here. So yeah, but yeah, that is everything I needed to show you this time, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed. This map is getting slowly more progressively towards the end of its life that I'm going to be spending, but I have an idea and a surprise for you guys next time. I do hope you've enjoyed. Be ready for next time, because it is a very big surprise. Now, I'm not saying it now because I haven't actually finished it yet. So I hope you enjoy, guys, and I will see you all again in the next one. Bye bye.